Hello again, ladies and gentlefish. Um, so we got another of the second round games from the Proto Soccer 1v1 tournament of July between Babblegun, who's going to be playing the second ID on the blue side, and gnef, who is going to be playing 17th Panzer Grenadier on the red side. We've seen a lot of 17th Panzer Grenadier in this tournament. I guess some people have discovered they like that deck, or it's just some form of meta access deck right now. Anyway, let's get going. Gnef and Babblegun, both very good players. Babblegun's round 1 tournament game. I cast it earlier. You should go check that out. It was between Babblegun and Xenon Gun. An excellent game. And let's keep going with this. So we're playing on Colville. Down here is going to be real tight little quarters on the north and middle-ish of the map. It's going to be much more open field engagements. Both of these decks have their usefulness here. So something like Ranger Assault into this area, and heavy mortar play down here or up here will be really important for the second ID player, and for gnef. Using his IG-18s to great effect, Nebelwerfers, and that Phase A Stud. Does he have it out? No. Looks like he's going to be using AT guns instead. This should be a great game to begin everything. Looks like we have a mortar and some armor, as well as more rangers and so forth going down to the bottom of the map. I think he's being a little over aggressive here. I don't think he realizes how fast these units are going to get here. AT gun into the middle, and so it looks like a bit of a defensive middle and top, and second ID player is going to be playing the bottom of the map here. gnef is going to definitely look like he's going to push a little bit on top here. And with the Pack 40 in the center, looks like he has a lot of control over the center of the map from where he stands. The bottom of the map, though, like I said, he definitely unloaded a little earlier than he probably would have liked. A lot of those dudes were going to try and get up here. This Sherman is in a really ugly spot right now. There's not really anything covering him on the flank. Now that there is some Ranger Marauders, though, to be able to spot these units. Panzer Grenadiers, melting rifles in the open. Ranger Assault, though, they are not within range. These Ranger Assault are going to die almost, well, they're going to die pretty needlessly if they don't get within flamethrower range eventually. Mortar fire pretty much going on all the time down here. First Nebelwerfer 41, though, looks like it's going to go straight, right into this general area. Providing a lot of suppression damage. Unfortunately, there's nothing that is going to be doing any killing of this M4 Sherman just yet, unless we get a very cheeky Stolstrup Panzerfaust. With these Ranger Assault, look like they're going to end up dying. Oh, yep, they end up dying. Stolstrup get pinned down, though, from the Flame Barrage. Nebelwerfer is going to need to be reloaded if he plans on using it much, but he looks like he's bringing it. I don't understand why he's bringing it here. Maybe he had to bring it back, but top of the map, we see a Panzer Grenadier pushing forward, testing the waters. Spade Troop, not much going on up there. It looks like this is really going to be the focus of the map. Although maybe we'll see these Panzer Grens doing some work. We get the munitions truck for the Nebelwerfer, and it looks like the Rangers are here. More Ranger support coming in. Riflemen pushing forward, removing some of the remaining infantry here, and he's gonna try and take control of this hedgerow area. And once he has his Sherman in the area right around here, that's gonna cut off reinforcements towards where this Nebelwerfer and IG-18 are. Top of the map, though, the Panzer Grenadiers did advance into the bunker complex here. I think there's a radio or yeah, this is a radar tower bunker complex thing. Yeah, cool. Removing a machine gun team and a recon on the way. Probably some fire support from the AG-18 and this Pack 40 probably also. Pack 40 is up here doing some work, though, getting some fire support in onto the rifles. I kind of expect that Pack 40 to also then subsequently deal with this M7 duplex drive Priest. Here we go, though. The Sherman is in the open here, cutting off reinforcement down here. Unfortunately, he is getting shot at by a Pack 38, maybe just shy of 900 meters. This Pack 38 getting some great hits onto the Sherman, forcing the Sherman to fall back. Pack 38 might get a kill on this Sherman if the Sherman decides he's going to turn his side. 107mm mortar brought up, though. Hopefully he's firing directly onto... Oh no, what is he doing? He is firing onto the Pack 40. That might... so he's trying to clear out this area of AT guns so he can start using his M7 to push back a little bit here. That's very good. Smoking his M4 Sherman, that way he does not lose it to this Pack 38. I think he does see the stug, though, from these riflemen here, and I think he's beginning to wonder how he's going to deal with that stug, bringing up a M1 57mm gun. Interesting choice of unit here. Gnef bringing out the Ju-87D in Phase A, bombing a Ranger Assault. These Ranger Assaults are really precious. You have to wonder how many cards that Battlegun brought, either 1 or 2. It means he either has 3 or 6 of them. Although on this map, the Ranger Assault only have really good use maybe in this forest and in some of these hedgerows here. Top of the map, we have the IG-18 duking it out with a Priest. Unfortunately, the IG-18 is not up for that task. Priest is much better. Will provide the same kind of fire support. This Stug, though, interesting. So we got a little bit more smoke to cover the Sherman, which I don't know what it's trying to do. Maybe it's trying to fall back, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, Base B is in. We have the P-47 Gabby doing some combat air patrol here. Top of the map, we have the M7 Priest moving forward. There is a Pack 38 here that possibly could remove it, but right now, Priest is way too far away. At the bottom of the map again, more smoke shells going down, preventing the Stug from getting a kill onto the M4 Sherman. Unfortunately, the M4 Sherman, oh no, it is in some deep doo-doo with these SS Stostrup pushing forward in front of it. I don't think this Sherman's long for this world. Oh, there it goes. At the top of the map, though, we have a Ju-87G being brought out to remove... I guess he lost line of sight on the M7 duplex drive. Yeah, he did. That is really unfortunate for Gnef. That would have been a great score right there. Battlegun bringing up a Vet2 Command M4A1. That'll be very useful down here, having yet another commander, as well as a Vet2 Sherman. Vet2 Shermans in knife fights are amazing. And looks like we brought up a couple more armored cars from from Gnef to contest the strong infantry that 2nd ID is able to bring out. These Stostrup, though, are in a very good position. They're going to be able to push in here using this orchard / hedgerow line here. Oh, we might have another cheeky little Panzerfaust coming in to remove our good friend M4A1, although I don't know if that is going to be within range on the edge of that forest. We will find out quickly enough, though. I almost wonder if he knows it's there. He has no idea it's there yet. That's unfortunate. Pack 38, though, getting good shots onto the Priest. Priest does not... what? Okay, so the Pack 43 ended up getting the kill there. I did not notice that. The north, though, collapsing for Gnef. Doesn't look like he has much there. Bringing up an MG42. and 2 Panzer Grenadiers to stabilize it. Gabby is back out. Oh, we had a bail out on the M4A1, possibly a shot from the Stolztrupp, removing it. This is kind of a quirk, though, with command vehicles, is for some reason they don't. Their aura doesn't go away, which is actually kind of bullshit. Yeah, they still haven't fixed that. I don't know why. Gabby ends up getting pushed back by the Flak 36 7mm, just enough AA. Maybe in a little bit of a position down here, though. I think it probably would be better sitting into like this cover here, but you know, just a little extra map presence. Top of the map, though, 170mm mortar being brought up from the 2nd ID. Going to be very useful. He has ridiculous range. He has range all the way up to here-ish. That is that's really powerful on these 1v1 maps. Something like this. Another Ju-87D being brought up to the top. Looks like he's going to bomb the rifle squad in front of him. That'll be great for suppression. A P-38 being brought out, though, to deal with it. Possibly going to get the kill, although it might be a little too fast. Nope, it is just fast enough. Or just slow enough in this case. Chasing those Ju-87s can definitely be a doozy. Another M4 Sherman being brought up on the bottom of the map. The Nebelwerfer going in. That is... Oh no. Oh, this was very close. I was going to comment on how this could have been very close to being a ridiculously big play here. If this was 2 Nebelwerfers, and these guys also started falling back, a little bit of armored car play here would have caused all these guys to surrender, and that would have been ridiculous. The P-47 Gabby, I think, ends up dying, though. He went to after the Ju-87G, but a Focke-Wulf 190A8 was brought up and countered effectively. The Stug here is able to deal with the M4 Sherman. We still have a Recon 231 behind enemy lines. It's about to run out of 20mm ammo, though, so its effectiveness is about to be doubtful. This M8 should get a kill onto the 231 unless we get the one barrage from the 231. Nope. The M8 gets its first shot off. And then we have another P-38 Lightning out. This P-47, or not P-47, Focke-Wulf 190. It looks like it's going to end up falling back before they engage, but we'll see what happens. We have a SPW-233, kind of a howitzer-like recon vehicle brought up. Looks like he's going to provide fire support into the center of the map. And a M5 76mm ends up getting the kill on the Stug while we were up here. Looks like a 222 brought up to kind of push a little bit. Unfortunately dies the M157 gun. More down here. Stolztrupp pushing forward. Looks like these rifles are going to end up annihilating them. These Stolztrupp crossing this little area here using great use of the smoke grenades so that they're able to get into this little forest area where their SMGs are ridiculously effective. And then we might have a good little another cheeky Panzerfaust shot, but unfortunately the 50 cals and rifles are able to suppress the Stolztrupp in time. Top of the map, though, not really much going on. Middle of the map, same kind of deal. We have a a Rhino being brought onto the bottom of the map. Phase C it is, has been for 5 minutes. Looks like we're going to start seeing some more of the heavier armor. Some of the Vet2 Stugs from 17th SS. And we see Rams, Vet2, M10 tank destroyers. And it looks like gnef, his line has been broken. Possibly spent a little too much on this middle Stug here. Instead of buying some more infantry for the bottom. Looks like these Nebelwerfers are going to end up dying. That's going to be really critical here. Nef not having the extra indirect fire support to deal with these vehicles and infantry that's going to come up. The Ju-87G comes out again, but loses line of sight on these vehicles, but I guess he wanted the Wolverine here in particular. This Focke-Wulf 190, though, looks like it might have a chance at killing both of these P-38s with support from the Flak 37, Flak 36, 37mm AA gun down here, providing just enough suppression to get these guys to fall back as they're dogfighting up here. One falls back, two falls back, and here we go, Focke-Wulf 190. First Thunderbolt, now the Lightning maybe? Nope, we have another Lightning out in the air, which this 190 unfortunately is behind, and again they're going to be fighting within AA range of the Flak 36. Oh, it looks like a good play here from gnef, bringing the Focke-Wulf 190 back over his AA. Unfortunately, the P-38 did get the suppression damage off on the Focke-Wulf 190. This P-38 falling back in turn from the AA on the ground. Yeah, not much else going on. The Stug got a... I'm not sure what happened here. I don't know if vehicles died here. Something died here. Something always dies here. But it looks like the Stug was not the cause of it. His ammo is maxed out, so I'm not exactly sure. This 57mm gun, though, is going to pop around the corner. Stug hiding behind the bush, being just safe enough. Some more rifles being brought up from a babble gun to push out the center. Another M4 and another Rd2 M10 into the center of the map. Battlegun still has no AA, just relying on his planes to keep himself safe from the Ju-87G menace. Unfortunately, gnef's Ju-87Gs have not been playing out very well. Although he does have, a good contest over the air, but this is a ridiculous number of Nebelwerfers. More and more Nebelwerfers coming out. But really no infantry to push up behind them. Battlegun hopefully is going to be able to take advantage of this, bringing up these Shermans and so forth to continuously push forward. But this has been a great game so far. I don't think at this point anybody has a very clear advantage. The Vet2 Pack 43 being brought up, though. This is going to secure this middle, prevent this armor from being able to actually push up. Looks like we lost a Stug 4, probably to the 57 gun, maybe also to the... Oh, looks like it probably was to the Marauders. Well, the 57 gun might have also had some hand in that. First of the 105 howitzers firing onto the Pack 43, though. And a bunch of lightnings coming in to provide some strafing fire. If there's a Focke-Wulf 190 available right now, this could be really deadly. But we have yet another P-47 being brought out. So two Focke-Wulf 190s being brought out here, and some 37mm AA. This could be very good for gnef. We will see if gnef is able to get a suppression onto this P-38. No, he does not. But look at this. Constant planes out of Battlegun. Looks like Battlegun has lots of points invested in the air that he has not been spending on the ground, to his detriment, however, as gnef has 1,250 points right now, Battlegun only 175. This is not looking very good for Battlegun at this point. I think we can use some deductive reasoning here and figure out that Battlegun, unfortunately, is going to be out of the tournament at this stage. He ended up taking Phase C away from gnef, it looks like, but perhaps an overinvestment in air power kind of sealed the deal in this case without any kind of AA on the ground. I'm not really sure why. I mean, Battlegun even had a higher KD here, even if they were very close, but I have a feeling gnef's insistence to keep playing with, Battlegun's insistence to keep playing with air power might have cost him on the ground. So phase A, kind of back and forth. Gnef probably had a little bit of advantage here. Phase B, definitely advantage to gnef a little bit though. So it looks like Babelgun did end up bringing out a Bofors. Yeah, I remember actually seeing it, but it was in a position that it did more fire support than it did shooting at planes, it looks like. Yeah, and then later in the game, it just a little bit more in favor of Babelgun. We'll look at the kills quickly. Shermans all kind of did their work. Priest also paid for itself. Bofors, a little bit of kills here and there. And these planes, though. This one P-38, two Focke-Wulf 190 A8s, and a Ju-87D. But it looks like that might have been all. Another Ju-87G dead, and another Focke-Wulf 190 A8. Unfortunately, the losses were stacking up from certain units. The Stugs all did very well. Stolztroop continuously. Look at these Stolztroop though. You know, they all picked off units that were really important. A 57mm gun, Ranger, Marauders, and Ranger support here. Another Stolztroop killing off some Ranger assault. That is really important that these Stolztroop did some really good work. Another M4 Sherman dead to a Stolztroop. These Stolztroop, man. I don't think Babelgun had great plans for dealing with the Stolztroop, especially during Phase A, and later on as more Stolztroop were brought onto the field. Ju-87Gs did some good work, like this one M10. Removing these Vet2 M10s is really important. That's, I think, one per card in a second ID deck. So that's really good for him. And Neverwhere first did some work, but yeah, I think the insistence on the air power really might have been to his detriment. Okay, thank you guys for watching. It's been another cast from me, PBAT, and see you guys around.